Hey guys, what is up? And welcome back to another video. Today we're here for episode number 76 of Goattville Updates, and here we are in the city once again. And today's a pretty special episode because we are going to be touring my recently completed project. I know I pretty much just started it in the last episode, like a week ago, but I managed to get it all done by now. And yeah, that project is called Lags Plaza. That's what I like to call it. It's Lags Plaza, not Lags Plaza, because or else you're going to start calling it Logs Plaza. So this is what I call Lags Plaza, just this series of buildings right here at like the corner of my city. Had this big open space here, and I had sort of this idea for a while to make this tribute to Dan Lags, who was a former Minecraft YouTuber. He was one of my biggest inspirations for not just building, but also making videos. So, he's pretty significant in terms of this, the existence of this channel. So I decided to make a little tribute. And we have it all ready for today, September 14th, 2020, the 7-year anniversary of the start of constructing Los Angeles, which was one of his main series on his channel. Very similar to this one, except this one has a whole lot less building, more just showing. And that's pretty much exactly what we're going to be doing in here. Just a simple little tour of this little skyscraper complex, I guess. So yeah, we got pretty much 4 skyscrapers put into 2 buildings, and it's filled with a whole lot of Dan Lags references. Some of them are incredibly vague, others are incredibly blatant and obvious. So if you're a longtime follower of this channel, maybe you'll be able to pick out a couple things just from seeing them, but I'll be going through and just explaining every single little detail that I put in there because I put a lot of thought into this. On all the other skyscrapers, I just build according to, if they look good or not, and usually build them within like a couple days. But this actually took me quite a while. I've been working on this for around 2 or 3 weeks now. So yeah, pretty big project. I wouldn't say it's my best project on this world, but pretty high up there, and I'm pretty proud of it. So let's just go through and start with it. And actually starts outside of the whole thing. And over here in this park across the street. And here we got a couple references to the fantasy castle Let's Build that he did. So we got a couple dragon statues similar to the ones in the throne room. And then, of course, over here, we got a little interpretation of the Tree of Life. And that's what I tried to do with this build. I didn't want to just copy a bunch of stuff because it'd be kind of unoriginal. I don't really like to, follow tutorials and stuff like that. I got my own style now, and I prefer to build it like that. So here we got I tried making it relatively unique, but a Dan Lags viewer would easily be able to point out a few things. So let's start up with this building right here, and you can sort of see what I mean by just the base of this skyscraper right here. It's a very similar design to that of the brown skyscraper. It's kind of unnamed, but it's a pretty lovely design for a base. This is a slightly smaller and more alternate version of that one, just changed up the materials of it. And on this ground floor here, we got a couple businesses related to Dan Lags from his different videos, the little fake Minecraft businesses that he has or whatever. So here we got Beacon Industries, which is, of course, like some sort of technology thing relatively similar to Apple. And in the corner here, we got this filled with jukeboxes. I wanted to add some sort of reference to the jukebox mansion from Danville, and that was the only way I could figure that out because just jukeboxes don't really look that good as a building material. So we just got a closet full of them. So that's that. Over here we got a small branch for the nether bank, just a small little bank right here, like a wall that looks like a nether portal, that can eventually connect to the main vault in the nether. This one doesn't have one of those. It just has a simple vault up here, but that's because this is one of the smaller banks. I do have a tour video of a full skyscraper for the nether bank, but that was like 3 years ago. It's all the way over here on the other side, so I guess I'll just go over and just show you the front of it. I'm trying to make this video as quick as possible. I did a little test run of this video before this recording, and it ended up being like 30 minutes long. So I'm going to try making it a little bit quicker, a little bit more concise than that. But yeah, here's the nether bank that I built back like 2017. So yeah, that's pretty much that. The other one just is another small little branch. Now let's go back, and we even have a little flower pot coffee shop here on the corner. I just barely managed to squeeze this in. It's incredibly small, but it still fits. Most of the references for these little shops here are just the shops themselves. Nothing too much in terms of the, designs in them, but we get some more, intricate references a little bit later into all of this. So yeah, we got a little nether leather right here, nether leather clothing store. Over here is the entrance to all the buildings above. And you can tell over here we got like a little gargoyle, which is Eagle Man. He's a little character from his second channel, like GTA 5 and stuff like that. So we got Eagle Man right here with the red shoes. I forgot the specific name. I don't even know if there was a specific name that he asked for them, but yeah, we got that. And it actually turned out pretty nice. I love the way the eagle turned out. And all the buildings, all the floors above here, I tried making it somewhat similar to the Alpine Mansion in terms of the design and the color palette of it. It's very vague in terms of that reference, but I made it with intention, so I consider it an actual, like, literal good reference. And you can tell just with some of the building materials and the Danvilles, anvils. I put a whole lot of those down here. I usually don't do that for my other builds, but for this one especially, I made sure I put plenty of those down because they're pretty much a staple in Los Angeles. Over here, we got Dan's Bistro, which was the actual restaurant that was in the brown skyscraper, which is, of course, the base of this. So yeah, pretty similar with the industrial style roof and the brown walls. But aside from that, just pretty small, simple restaurant. And then over here, we got Chain Link's clothing company. Another simple little clothing store, just a bit more edgy than, a bit edgier than Nether Leather. And actually, let's go up. Let's go up and check out some of the floors above here. It's just simple businesses. They're all just pretty much the same office, copy pasted all the way up. So we're going to check out the one actually interesting one that I made, which is all the way up here on the 9th floor. And that is the radio station 95.3 WLD, which was the radio station in Los Angeles. So we got a little one right here. I guess they're operating here in Goattville too. Got a little laptop there made by Beacon Industries. And yeah, just a simple little, I guess, what do you call radio station? Yeah, that's it. We're at a couple of restrooms there, storage closet here, a little waiting room there for when you eventually come in here. And this is the little, I guess, recording area. Got some of these microphones with wither skulls. I thought that was a pretty interesting idea. And then over here, we got like the mixer room, I guess. I guess that's what it's called. So just a standard little control panel right there. And then over here is like the little light they can switch to make it on or off to depict whether it's live or not. And we even got the colors, the cyan and the orange from the actual 95.3 WLD in Los Angeles. This one doesn't have those colors as prominent because it just wouldn't fit the vibe. But yeah, aside from this, the other offices that we have up here, I have a list of them. We got Flower Pot Coffee, Nether Leather, Papa's Pizzeria, Beacon Industries, Taylor Swiftness Potions, Bill Meals Grocery, Mercedes Dan's, Awesome Oslet Pet Shop, Block 12 Mining Company, 95.3, which of course we just saw, Papa Patchy's Mexican restaurant, Chain Link's clothing company, Bedazzled Bakery, Bedrock Tires, Dan's Bistro, Sunnyside Sombrero, Dan's Diamond Shop, Dan's Barbecue Pit, Wool Greens, and finally Elgas. So we got all of those going up for around 9 floors. The top couple floors are vacant right now, but maybe they'll fill up sometime in the future with some of my own unique businesses because I got literally none of those here on Goattville. I'm not that creative. But let's go check out the other skyscraper. We only got one down and we've been recording for like 10 minutes, so we should probably start speeding this up a little bit. And over here we got some very blatant but also some very vague references, so get ready for all that. This one's pretty obvious. We got of course the Eclipse Tower right there kind of being bisected and merged with the Mirage Apartments building, both from Los Angeles, and of course on the right next to it is the Four Biomes Hotel. It's, of course, it's not exactly the same. None of these are exactly the same. I say maybe aside from the Eclipse Tower is pretty similar, but all of these have their own slight variations from the ones in Los Angeles. I'm just trying to keep it unique. And with these two buildings right here from this view, this was actually intentional. It wasn't just something that I found after. But these two skyscrapers form sort of a DL for Dan Lag, so you can sort of see like a D and just the square shape of that, and then an L with that. It's, I don't know, maybe you can see it, I can see it, so hopefully you guys can too. But yeah, that was actually intentional, so yeah, I just wanted to point that out. And then over here, let's check out this. The reason why I put these two skyscrapers together was not just because they looked well side by side, but their names also co-line a little bit. mirage and eclipse. Everyone knows what an eclipse is, but mirage is like an illusion. It sort of looks like this is what its literal definition looks like. So I thought they kind of went hand in hand. How a mirage is something created from nothing, and an eclipse is nothing created from something. Hopefully that makes sense to more than just me, but I thought that was an interesting little comparison between the two. Here's the garage on the base floor. It's pretty similar to the garage of the Eclipse Towers. And in here we got the 3 models from the Mercedes-Benz dealership in Los Angeles. So we got just the 3 models chilling here in the garage. And then if we make our way out here, this is the lobby, which I just sort of breezed right through. There's no name for this. I was trying to think of a name, couldn't think of one, so we just have an available spot up there. Blink Apartments. It will come to me eventually. I'm not too sure. I just needed to get this video out, for today, for this special occasion. And up here, these are the apartments above. We got a little shared laundromat here. I guess this would be, the Dirty Dan's laundromat contribution to this. So we got that there. Here's the first apartment. I'm just going to quickly run through this because it's pretty simple. Just simple, a standard apartment. Not like any references there. But if we come over here to this apartment, pretty standard. But if we go all the way over here to the corner to the little guest bedroom, you can see it's actually Los Angeles Lakers themed. It's got the colors of the American football team from Los Angeles. So I thought that was a fun little way to add the Lakers reference to here. I couldn't really think of anywhere else to put it. So there it goes in right there. Now let's go up to the roof where we have a nice fun little surprise. We have a fun little thing going on the roof. It's not just a standard roof like all my other buildings here in Goattville. We actually have a fun little thing that we can do up there. Check this out. Seating. No, it's not actually that. It's not just a couple couches. It does have a pretty nice view, but we have a little mini golf course right up here. Dan on his channel did both full-size golf and he even had a mini golf course on Los Angeles. So I decided to put my own up here. It's only 6 holes. I didn't have space for 9. And some of the high scores I've done this several times, and my high score is -4, which I got on the 6th of September, 2020. We can go over here and grab the golf ball. No, I got the chicken. There's a chance to get a chicken. I don't know why. The chickens were like right next to the ender pearls in the menu, and I accidentally grabbed one. So I was like, you know what? I'll just put that in there for jokes. But anyway, let's speed run this course and see if we can tie our high score. That hole was a par 2, so we're currently at 0. Let's see if I can get this in 2. All right, so we're currently at -1. This one's a par 2, which is pretty difficult to get, but if you position yourself right, there we go. So we're currently at -1, in case you forgot about that. Here we go. This is a par 3, so let's jump in there. All right, so we're currently at -2. Here's a little stick, which you can use to fish out your golf ball in case it gets lost. There's one right over here. A sort of reference to the second channel video where he went mini golfing. So yeah, where they got the ball stuck in the middle of the lake. But anyway, let's get back to golfing. This hole is a par 3. Pretty difficult to get that, but there we go. So we're currently at -2, right? Yeah. And this hole is a par 4. So let's see if we can at least get a -3 for this, which I don't think we are. Oh, we did. We did. You can actually get a hole-in-one on this course by just standing here, aiming at the right spot, and getting lucky. Let's see. Hey, we got it. All right, so we got a -3. Not too bad. Not worthy of going on the leaderboard, but oh well, we got to return the golf ball, of course. Can't forget that. Anyway, let's check out finally the other skyscraper. 15 minutes. I'm not too sure if this video is going to be any shorter than the test one I made. So let's go all the way down and let's get started with this next one. This one's a bit more fun than the other one. That one's pretty boring. This one's a bit more enjoyable. So we of course got Papa's Pizzeria with a little tribute to Papa Lags, one of the most iconic characters, not just on this channel, I'd say in all of YouTube. This is Dan's grandfather. Appeared in a variety of his videos and just delivered some of the most incredible content that I've ever witnessed. So we have this little memorial to him here. According to the math, he was born in 1922, despite what he says, and the last he was heard of was in 2019 on his Twitter. So I'm not too sure if he's dead, if he's, dead with, quotation marks, but yeah, we just have this little shrine to him right here. Some jungle wood surrounding him. That's the material he used on Los Angeles to build his pitiful excuse for a house. It's not the same texture pack, but that's the reason why I chose Junglewood. And surrounding him, we got some of my favorite quotes from him. So I'll just go through and just let you listen to these.
You make me want to kill myself, literally and metaphorically.
I will burn down this world if it comes to it. What the?
Unlike the video, dislike the video.
Quit overreacting, young man.
Don't interrupt me.
See ya!
You little orangutan. A well done interior on a house is one of the best things you can do in the house.
Get out of here! Go!
I'll drown you in the pond!
Respect your elders! You got me a tie, and I asked for a scarf.
Sit down!
I could be the peanut butter guy.
I love women. Tyler, just Tyler, whatever your name is. I'm spitting!
I was born in 1910.
I mean, it's incredibly decent.
You saw that cow on fire earlier? I would throw him in the fire, just like I threw him in the pond.
And here, right below his wonderful face, we even have a pond which formed from his spit, which he could potentially drown someone in. And of course, behind here we got one of his more cursed quotes.
Papa Lag says Twitter wants to be on top, just like Donald Trump's on top of the country.
Dan made some great videos, but they were made a whole lot better when they had Papa Lag's feature in them. And over here we got Papa's Pizzeria, which was, of course, a restaurant from Papa Lag's. And over here, sitting at one of the tables, we got Comet, also known as Bud or Boy, which is his dog in real life. Doesn't look like that. It's more of a golden color, but I decided to just put him in there anyway. I'm pretty sure he's still, moving around. You can hear him barking in one of the later CLD episodes. So he's alive as of 2018. I remember as I was watching videos and gaining some inspiration for this, you could hear him very subtly in the background. I think he was working on the college or something, but can't remember exactly where, but you can still hear him. And then here we got Papa's Pizzeria, established in 1965. And the interior is not so much like the Papa's Pizzeria in Los Angeles. Instead, I just went with my own design and took some inspiration from the Italian villa Let's Build that he did. So you got some vague hints to that with the walls. The walls are a pretty similar concept with the different variants of quartz. And I think the roof of the main entrance area was sort of that, what would you call that? Just that design is what I'm going to call it. That design of, spruce wood. And aside from that, just like a standard Italian style restaurant. And then over here, we got a little monument to John Taylor, one of Papa Lag's friends, who died in 2017, born in unknown time. One of Papa Lag's friends until he found out his last name was Taylor, and that sort of ruined it for him. Over there, a couple of restrooms, and then in here, it's just a simple kitchen. But outside of here, we have another reference to the Italian villa, which is these trash bins right here, with forming the Italian flag, a wonderful metaphor for the country itself. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing before the hate comments come. Anyway, next, I'm pretty sure that's pretty much it for this building. Oh wait, no, we forgot. I think we forgot to mention the right next to it is another Papa Lag's reference. We got the Sunny Side Sombrero. It's incredibly decent. This is a shop from Papa Lag's World, Papaville, and there was a little hat store that he made, and it even has the cobblestone, the same as the original one had in Papaville. On the interior, it's just sort of a standard hat shop right there, which I thought was a fun little addition, very deep reference to add, but still from an iconic video. Now let's make our way over here to the 4 biomes building. That's just what I'm going to call it. And on the very base floor, we have the Bedazzled Bakery, a little bakery named after Dan's Twitch audience. My name on Twitch is still Bedazzled Goat, so yeah, we still have that going. The one in LD had this one's very different from the one in LD, but I do have a little reference to that with this carpet right here. This was the floor pattern. I just felt like it didn't work. I wanted a more rustic style for this one, so we just have a little nod to it right there with that carpet right there. And over there is a door that leads to the Bone Meals, not really grocery store. The main entrance is over here, so that's where we're gonna go through. Over here we have a Bone Meals, which is supposed to be a grocery store, but I just did not have the space for that, so it's more like a corner store. It's like what they call in Germany a kiosk, which is it's kind of like it's like a 7-Eleven, but more but less, but like less, what you call it, insane, a bit more normal than a 7-Eleven, and at a bit of a bigger scale. So we just got some random foods right here. Not a lot of good ways of displaying edible food in Minecraft, so we just got some random blocks placed there. Over here is supposed to be like a pharmacy, Taylor Swiftness potions, because they're basically the same thing. So we just have that right over there. A couple of refrigerators there. But over here, we have a special display section for the carbo load, which this is Jack's snack from the face reveal special. We got some pickles, Oreos, iced tea, cantaloupe, mayonnaise, and wheat bread, along with a couple other things, which I just didn't really feel like putting in there. Wanted to keep it symmetrical, but yeah, that's a little reference to the IRL video that he made. And now let's move on to, let's go up. I think we got everything here on the base floor. Here's the little lobby, a little bit less glorious than the other one, but still, it works. But on the second floor, there is actually another restaurant, and that is Dan's Barbecue Pit. And I can tell I sort of built this in one of the later phases. I literally built this earlier today because I was really trying to get this video out in time. So it's not as impressive as the others, but I still think we got something, good going with this. It's a pretty simple restaurant, but I mean, what are you expecting from something like this? On like the second floor of some random apartment building. And then over here, simple kitchen, nothing too special there. But over here, behind this wall right here, I told you I did not really put too much effort into that. Over here, there's a little secret door, not too secret, but this would lead to, I guess, what Dan's residence would be if he was on this world. And this is a near perfect replica of the survival series. Survival series with friends, I think is what he called it. The one he did with Tyler and I think Steven. I don't know if it's the same Steven from the Stevenson clip, but that would be pretty funny. He built this in creative, and then he went through and did a survival series on it. It only lasted one episode, but it was one of the secrets of Los Angeles, so I decided to make it one of the secrets of this building. And I think it was also done on the same seed. I don't know if it was the same map, but the same seed as Los Angeles was. So that's kind of what the importance of this little, that little house was, and it's just sort of buried over there in the corner. I thought it was a fun reference to add. And now let's go up to some of the apartments above here. I really like the apartments that I put up here. You can very easily tell where I got the inspiration from. It's pretty much the Survival Island Season 3 themed. This was my favorite season. It was the one that I actually watched in full. I subscribed to his channel around halfway through Survival Island Season 2, so I never actually got the full experience of that. But Season 3, I watched through entirely. We got some references to the modern house that they built with the coal blocks right there. And over here, this is a very, very simple thing, but I guess this is hinting to the library that they had. It's got 2 floors to it. So yeah, a very subtle reference. No one else would imagine that from that, but I did that intentionally. So I'm going to call it a legitimate reference. Nothing really special over here with the kitchen and the dining area, but in here with the bedroom, there we go. It's pretty much modeled after the storage cave. It's even got a couple of chests for Tyler and DeForn LaForgs. I think that's how they spelt it. The fours instead of the A's. Yeah, I'm not too sure what Tyler's name was, but it's probably something similar to that. And then here we got the famous Los Angeles waterbed. Not Los Angeles, just classic style. Classic era Dan Lags waterbed. He never really got into these in the sort of the later periods, but back in Danville, those were very prominent. Here's just a simple closet, and then just a simple bathroom because we got to add those. And yeah, that's pretty much that for the apartments, but that's not it for the Season 3 Survival Island references. All of these are pretty much copy pasted all the way up, so it's pretty much the same skyscraper. But if we come up here, all the way up to the top, we have another little surprise, almost on the roof, not exactly. In here, we have a little reference to survival shenanigans. I think it was episode 8. Can't be too sure. I'm just guessing on that. But here's the little parkour course made out of the walls. And I'm going to try seeing how well I can do if I can get this on the first try. And you just got to hop from that platform all the way up onto Jack's Beak. In reference to the flamingo conversion that Dan did. Oh, see, I already did that. The whole flamingo conversion he did to Jack's house. Let's see if I can get on that. There we go. So we almost made it, but not quite. Anyway, here's Jeb's Sanctuary. Of course, another Season 3 reference. There's Jeb chilling there, and we even got the water. I really like this design that he did with the water, with the wheat farms. I think he said it was inspired from Skyrim, so Skyrim inspired something, which inspired this. I think it looks pretty nice, and just this whole sanctuary looks really nice. You think it would ruin it because it looks just so absurd, but from a distance, it's like actually, it fits in really well. I quite like the way it turned out. Anyway, let's go into the roof, because we're not done with this building yet. Let's go onto the roof where we have a couple more things and a whole lot more explanation. This video is going to be easily over 30 minutes. All right. Hopefully people are still watching. I hope I'm not just sounding like a lunatic going through all this Dan Lags fanboy stuff all by myself. Anyway, up here we have the Casa de Lags Jr. Recurring build in a variety of Dan Lags worlds, I guess. It's pretty much modeled exactly the same as the one that was on his first world that he ever made, except I switched out the gold for diamonds. Aside from that, it's pretty much exactly the same, and I also cleaned the roof a little bit. And then over here we have House of Majestic Goat, which I completely forgot about until I was just watching some videos when I was building this. And he had an Xbox One survival world, which he sort of had open to everyone back in early 2017. And I remember I wanted to get on there, and I think the first night I wasn't able to because the worlds were restricted to only 8 players. And everyone was trying to get on. So I remember in preparation for the second night, I literally wrote down a list of, I designed this house and wrote down a list of every single material that I needed and how I was going to get it. So that way, if I got on the world that second time, I was going to be able to build this house as quickly as possible and leave my mark before I lagged out. And that is precisely what I did. I managed to build this house and very easily managed to get it all done within like 30 minutes. It was pretty impressive. Here's a clip.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on over here? Holy moly, we got ourselves a new house on the block. My man Majestic Goat coming in hot with the modern build. Holy smokes, dude. Sensational effort. Sensational. Majestic Goat, everybody. Give him a round of applause.
So yeah, that was a part of Dan's channel that I totally forgot I was a part of. And also during the Papa Lags Q&A video, I was just watching that, and I actually appeared twice in there, and both of the questions ended up being related to each other in terms of Papa's answers.
Okay, Bob, I think this is a question that you're actually going to prefer to answer here. It's coming from Majestic Goat, and the question is, on a scale of 1 to 11, how much do you hate that stupid orangutan Taylor?
Let me ask you this, Dan. What is the national debt in America?
It's got to be in the trillions, right?
Well, I think it's about 16 to 17 trillion, and that's the answer. On a scale of 1 to 10, I hate Taylor at 17 trillion, the same amount as the U.S. national debt. Thanks. Thanks for the question.
Okay, Bob, next question. How much money would it take for you to hug Taylor?
Remember the question you asked me earlier where I said $17 trillion?
Yeah.
Yep. Fill that in. So yeah,
that was something pretty crazy that I didn't expect. But yeah, let's get back to it now. Here on the Papa's Apartments skyscraper right here, pretty standard. I just changed up the colors. I did switched out the brick because I wanted to make this similar to the Grandiose Apartments building. Yeah, it's an apartment building. I did want to make it something similar to that, but it just wasn't turning out, so I just threw in the brick in there to have some sort of nod to that. Over right now, I also forgot to mention, how could I forget to mention, this glass elevator here was inspired from the Netherbank, the glass elevator on the inside. I think I tried getting a reference to every single skyscraper in Los Angeles. I think maybe the only ones I missed was the Beacon Industries building and the McDonald's building, right? Yeah, I think those were the only ones I missed. Oh yeah, some of the older ones, like some of the older things like the Tinsel Tower. Like I wasn't able to figure that out, but here we got Papa's Apartments here, and up there we got the old style Dan Lags sort of logo. This was at least on the stadium. I'm not too sure if it was his Twitter profile picture for some time, or if he included it anywhere else aside from the what's it called? Yeah, the stadium. Maybe included on the driveway leading up to the Alpine Mansion. I don't know. I forgot to check. Making this video in a bit of a rushed manner, so yeah, I wasn't able to go and double check. And this door right here leads to the apartments above. So the Papa's apartments here on Goattville. And each of these ones, there's just one apartment per floor. And I sort of modeled them similar to the style of the penthouse of the Eclipse Towers. It's not exactly the same, but I was watching that video when I was building this, so a lot of the same techniques sort of carried over, like especially with this fireplace here in the center. Sort of got that idea from that. So yeah, just a simple modern kind of apartment right here. I really like the way it turned out. And then over here, we got this lectern, I think is what it's called. And on it is a book, which is a transcript of Minecraft Xbox 360 How Not to Build, uploaded by Dan Lags on the 23rd of February 2014, this was the first video I saw on his channel. So this video is what introduced me to, Dan Lags. So I decided to write down the entire script. Don't think I actually went through and wrote down the entire script word for word. All I did was copy pasted the YouTube transcript and then added some punctuation. It took at most 15 minutes. I don't think I wasted a whole bunch of time writing 34 pages of some Dan Lags video. But yeah, that was a video of importance, so that's how I included it there. I also tried adhering to every single tip that he included in that video within this build, so I did pretty well with that. I'd be quite proud of myself if I was back in 2014. Anyway, here's just a simple master bedroom, nothing special there. There we go. And then over here, simple guest bathroom, nothing special here aside from the view. The view actually looks pretty nice of that alleyway right there. Pretty nice. And then here we got a pretty special room. This is Dan Lag's, bedroom from real life. Took references from his setup tour videos, but mostly it's just similar style to the one that he made, his recreation of his house. So it's pretty similar design. Maybe we can create some more Mindception, that's what it's called, by sitting in this chair right here. Maybe that'd be a little bit strange to see from Dan Lag's perspective if he's sitting in that chair right now, which he probably is not, but who knows. Anyway, I think that is pretty much it for the buildings. There's still one more thing that I have to show. Don't think this video is over yet. We put a lot of work into this build, so there's quite a lot to show. And it's all the way up here on the roof. All of these are pretty much exactly the same, copied over, except for the paintings. The paintings fell over in the copy-paste thing. So anyway, up here on the roof, we have a small reference to Minecraft National Park, which was a little park in Danville. It wasn't shaped exactly like this, but it did have a little parkour course with the lily pads, so I at least got that. And then here in the center, we got a little island, and connecting it is Loadic Bridge. Another cobblestone bridge existed on his first world, the first ever world that he actually made, so that's my reference to that. I did want to include a reference to the actual build, to the Falling Water inspired house, because I have actually been to Falling Water, and that was before I actually knew that he took the inspiration from Falling Water, so I couldn't pretend that I was visiting it in real life, so that was pretty bad timing for that. But anyway, enough of that. Here on this island, we have a little ender dragon egg. I'm forgetting my words right now. Saying this little pedestal with some endstone coming down, similar to the end islands on Survival Island Season 3. And with that, I think we're pretty much done. I think I went through and this is said every single thing about, all the references and details that I put in here. I think I forgot to mention this little LD right here, this little LD for Los Angeles right there in the center. But aside from that, I think we are pretty much done with this. I'll do a little quick fly around of it, even through this little alleyway right here. But I think I did get everything. I keep feeling like I'm going to forget something, and if I do forget something, I'm not going to want to record this entire video again. So we're just going to do a quick fly around, showing you it all from every angle, and I'm going to just do a quick double check in my mind to make sure that I did not forget anything. And I'm thinking I did not. I think we got it all. So yeah, this was a bit of a strange build for me. Not at all like the other things that I've built. Never before have I made a literal shrine to another person in Minecraft. Actually, no, that's not true. A couple years ago, I recreated Stampy's Lovely World entirely, by hand. I think I have a video from that from 5 years ago. So yeah, I guess that's not the first time I've decided to fanboy over something, but yeah, I just decided to make this because I sort of had that idea to make some sort of Dan Lags tribute. Considering he's one of my bigger inspirations, especially for this channel. I finally managed to get around to it. Turned out bigger than I expected, but I don't view that necessarily as a bad thing. Now, I'm not too sure if anyone's watching now, and I'm not even too sure if Dan himself is watching right now, but I hope when he sees this, he does not think it's creepy in any way that I put this much dedication. I mean, that's what you get when you're a fan of his channel for 4 years, but also I hope he doesn't view this as some sort of, pressure to return to YouTube. He does whatever he wants. It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, it would be nice to see him return, but hopefully he doesn't see this as any pressure. I don't want to be responsible for that. But anyway, I guess that'll be it for this video. I hope you liked the Dan Lag style vibe. I know it's not like my other videos, but we got the approaching Nirvana music, and yeah, I think that maybe I'll need to continue with that. Maybe it makes the videos a bit more interesting. So yeah, I'm basically rambling now. I guess I'll leave you now. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye.